Studio Series 80 Brawn, another Studio Series that come out from the Bumblebee movie, another G1 inspired characters which only have 2 seconds in the movie. Despite his brief appearance in the movie itself, Brawn was definitely one of the most standout characters from the Autobot. Despite being a merely deluxe class figures from the Studio Series line, these figures definitely capture the design of Brawn from the movie very nicely. Being a part of the Studio Series line, Brawn definitely scaled really well with most characters even from the Rise of the Beast movie. It was such a shame that we didn't see Brawn again in the Rise of the Beast movie, but at least in figure form you can put those characters together and see their interaction. Brawn design is definitely very unique in the Transformer universe, but it's very similar to us for that it resembles that of the X-Men Juggernaut. And here is our Studio Series number 18 Brawn in all of his glory. Let's look at all of this detail. So you can see that definitely there's a face sculpt, very intricate face sculpt inside the helmet over there. I can see that of course this is my custom version, so you can see that there's a lot of panel lines that already got highlighted with colors. A lot of plastic area already got painted with silver and black colors going throughout. And I really like how this turned out because it's a very simple paint job to do. But I think it's very effective. It just brings out a lot of those molded details I can see on the figures. For example, in this shoulder or armpit area over here, there's a lot of mechanical details in there and they just need to be brought out by appropriate paint job. And of course for those inner joint over here as well, also just use silver marker to paint the first layers in there, and then I paint a lot of acrylic silver and black over them to coat them together. So you can see that the colors inside the shoulder over here, they now match with the colors that we have on the neck region over here and on the helmet as well. Same thing to this shoulder and armpit over here, and then I try to use the same colors for those arm region over here as well as the hand region as well, and I think they fit in very well. For all of the plastic joints, although they have different plastic colors in different region of the figures, now after getting painted, them look the same. So the color blended together very nicely, and of course it does also apply to those region on the legs here as well and on the back side as well. So same colors on the back side for the back of the legs and the back of the arm region as well as the shoulder, and also put that same colors on those ruler weapons. So we can definitely see that even for this ruler head over here, for part of the weapon, it's also got painted and highlight. I think I like these colors way better than just the original silver looking of this piece, because now it just look more battle damage and more realistic. But of course this is just their main feature for the vehicle mode. This gun over here will be the main accessory for the robot mode. Initially it was just gray plastic colors, and now it's got painted in black colors, and I think that's much better with what we saw in the 2-second shrink time of Brawn inside the movie. Despite being a merely deluxe class figures, I think Brawn is very good looking and is very accurate to the 2 seconds that he appears in the movie. I'm kind of surprised of how good Hasbro can actually make figures like this. It looks simple, but it's very realistic as well. It's very similar to the character Brawn from the G1, but now it have a very stylistic look, modern look, update on live action movie, and I think it's really fitting in this Bumblebee universe. Let's go over Brawn articulation. So firstly, let's take off his gun. So of course he go with these big guns as accessories, and he also have this ruler cap as well. So regarding the head articulation, the head can turn to the right side up to that far and can turn to the left side up to that far. So the range was really limited because he have this big helmet along with this whole dome around his neck, and then it can look up around that far like barely anything, and then it can look down a little like that, barely anything too. So very limited articulation in the head region. But for the shoulder region, of course it can go to the side like that, and then it can rotate 360 over here very freely. And as we go down here, we have a slight swivel right there. As you can see, it's a mushroom peg, so it can swivel a tiny bit, so not too much. As we go to the elbow actually have double jointed elbow, so it can bend up to that far, so it's pretty good amount. And then down here we have wrist swivel, so it does have wrist swivel and it can play along with that swivel on the shoulder as well. Going down to the waist region, so of course we have a waist swivel over here. It can rotate 360 very freely. Same articulation on the other arm of course, and then for the legs it can go out up to that far, so not quite 180 80 because of those wheels over here that get into the middle of the articulation. And as we go to the leg, it can swivel down here. It's pretty good amount. And as we go to the knee region, the knees over here, it can bend slightly over 90 degrees over there. And of course, we have the articulation joint over here, so we can actually play around with that as well. This will require us to untransform him a little. So let's click that back into place. As we go to the feet region, the feet actually can tilt a lot like that. So very good ankle tilts over here. The feet over here can also tilt by itself a little bit like that. It can go upward because of this region on the legs over here. So pretty good articulation for deluxe class figures. Here's how the 30 Series 80 Brawn scaled with the Trumpeter model kit Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie. Here's Brawn standing next to the KO by Ways 30 Series 102 Optimus Prime. Here's Brawn standing next to the 30 Series Bumblebee movie wheeljack. Next is Brawn standing next to the Decepticon star of the Bumblebee movie, Shatters. Here's Brawn standing next to one of the most standout seekers, Trust. Here's 30 Series Brawn standing next to 30 Series Thundercracker. Next is Brawn standing next to one of the leaders of the Decepticon, 30 Series Soundwave. And here's Brawn standing next to the 30 Series 110 Shockwave. And here's how Brawn scaled with a few of the Ride the Beast movie and the Bumblebee movie Autobots and Massimo. Here's how Brawn standing next to a few of the Decepticon and Terrorcon from the Bumblebee movie and the Rise of Beast movie. And here's how the 30 Series 80 Brawn fit into my collection for the Bumblebee movies and the Rise of Beast movie. He's definitely looked really nicely and fit perfectly in the aesthetic of the Bumblebee movie. He is a great fit in any collection for the Bumblebee movies and the Rise of Beast movie.